today. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Fields it right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Gets around him. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down. Jet sweep. Here's London. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Looking to throw on second down. Higgins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. Looking to throw. Higgins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Griffin. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. On fourth down, Higgins. He's got his tight end fan. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Oh, they'll get this to Metcalf on the jet sweep. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Here's second and 9. Back to throw. Higgins. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the 49ers are going to take over here up near the 40. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Lance and the 49ers now. First and 10 at the 39-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Niners come into this one still undefeated despite the one tie. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Play action. Now it's Lance. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete. And the Niners are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. To throw, it's Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, Lance. Flushed out right. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Daniel Bellinger. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the 1st to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
On 1st and 10, Higgins. That's caught over the middle by Fant. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And complete to Drake London. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw again. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. McCaffrey running up the middle to the 27-yard line. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 22. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Here we go, set. 60 red. 60 red.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Second effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that talk about a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Bass on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. This defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit, and number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now it's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Lance. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. And Lance going to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Kyle Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out comes the red challenge flag. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So for Kyle Shanahan, he had it right, as the challenge is a good one. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. to the touchdown. Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Back to the air on second down. Higgins into the hands of London. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This one complete to Coleman. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. Down to the 42, second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now Lance. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down, Higgins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off of play action, here's Lance. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw.
That is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for the Niners. 42 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey That one's a milestone. Touchdown number 150 for his great career. And the 49ers are able to add on to their first half lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The Seahawks send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Hill to return it, able to slither by. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Lance now on 1st down. He's got Bellinger. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Lance looking to throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And Lance now to throw. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Well, a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Lance. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Lance now on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
To throw on 2nd down, Higgins. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Marcus Jones picks it. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. Season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Lance to throw it. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And we all know how talented this guy is calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Lance. They complete it to Hill. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Higgins. And this is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Higgins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Higgins. And caught by London. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously, a lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. On 2nd and 9, Lance. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Back to throw. Lance. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. Lance. Buying time to his left. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Throwing on 1st down. Higgins. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Now, going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and a free kick. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Still well in control of this ball game, despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Working from the gun, Lance. Open man is Samuel, complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 14. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Touchdown! Noah Fant, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got
forthcoming. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. Now a play fake. Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lance. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
If we go back to the last series, remember their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helps contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Operating from the gun, Higgins. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Higgins. This is the tight end fan. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his tight end fan, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
On 1st down, Higgins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Higgins. And his throw here's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Higgins. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd down, ball on the 3. 1st down marker at the 1-yard line. Looking to throw. Higgins. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will cut this lead down to 25. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there.
But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they put in a lot of backups to do it, and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. 3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now come the Seahawks.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally...
And now here is another interception.
And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's Lance. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after
this game continues.
He has just eclipsed the 13,000-yard mark for his career. What a career it's been. Incredible running the football. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Lance feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running.
6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 6-play drive.
And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out, and now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
Following the fumble recovery, Lance flushed out right to the goal line, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Lance. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Justin Madubuike in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
Right hash, 37-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
They come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD, second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out. But now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He's got his big tight end, Fant, and he gets this